You ain't gonna find your Christian pastor bringing out these scriptures, understanding the true purpose of the kingdom of heaven. We gonna possess these other nations. Keep reading.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
For what?
Servants and handmaids.
The other nations is gonna be your servants. It's gonna be your handmaids. If you endure to keep the commandments of God until the end, this is the reward. This is their judgment. This is their righteous justice. They're going to come upon these other nations for treating evil upon the children of Israel.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
We're going to take them what?
Captives, whose captives they were.
The ones that had us in captivity, guess what? They ain't going in captivity. You fall, you go into something or whatever, the case may be, because we all do fall. But a righteous man get up 7 times. A righteous man gonna get up and get back on that horse and get back on that mission and do what he required to do to the Most High. A righteous man gonna sorrow with you if you fall. You fall into mischief, you fall into temptation. That's why you need that counsel. That's why you need that instruction. That's why you need that uplifting and building. You understand? So that is the importance of congregating. And we gotta come. We congregate. Guess what? We keep the high holy days. You know, any other high holy days besides the Sabbath? The Pentecost, Feast of Dedication, the New Moons. We turn up.
That's right.
We do turn up. God said celebrate it with joyfulness and gladness.
That's right.
We turn up. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be together.
Yes, sir.
Together. You gotta be with your brethren. Be with your family.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we desire for you to come around. We desire for you to come. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, give me what's that? Ezekiel 3. Give me Ezekiel 3. Read that. Read that.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die.
Now read verse 17.
Son of man, I have made thee a watchman over the house of Israel.
He said, son of man, he made you a watchman over the house of Israel, over his people.
That's right.
Right? Over your people. We are the watchmen. Right? Keep reading.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth.
But we the ones that supposed to watch over their souls.
That's right.
Make sure that they're instructed the righteous way on how to be in the right side of the Most High. Because if they still in sin and we don't warn them, they gonna face the judgment of God. They gonna face the punishment and consequences, and their blood is gonna be on our hands if we don't do nothing and don't say nothing about it. Right? Because now that you know, hold on, let me finish this out. But now that you know, you have to learn the laws of God in order for you to teach it. You have to learn it, apply it, then teach it. Right? Keep reading.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou giving them not warning.
You said you don't warn your people. Keep reading.
Now speakest to warn the wicked from the wicked way, to save his life. That same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
That man is going to get judged by his iniquity. Keep reading.
But his blood will I require at thine hand.
But their blood is going to be on our hands.
That's right.
You hear me, Chief? Hey, pay attention, bro. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Don't worry about that. Right? So, he said that we don't warn our people, their blood is going to be on our hands, right? Then we're going to be held responsible.
That's right.
Right? Keep reading.
Yet, if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul.
Right. So that's why we are out here. We're out here to warn our people. We're out here to save them from the destruction that's to come within their life and the destruction that's going to happen to Babylon the Great, which is the United States of America.
That's right.
You understand? So the thing is, we got to understand that we got to come back to God and keep His commandments as leaders, as righteous men, right?
That's right.
Because the main thing that we have to understand is, when it comes to the guidance of God, how to conduct yourself, right? Everything that we have to do, give me 2 Corinthians 10. Give me 2 Corinthians 10 and 5. Everything that we have to do, we got us to do our own thoughts, our own understanding. Right. That's why we got to be reformed in the mind. We got to be transformed. We got to be renewed. Because our own carnal thoughts is not according to the thoughts of the Most High God.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again.
Read it.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 5. Casting down imagination and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God.
Say every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. Right. What is the high things that exalt itself against the knowledge of God?
Bring it out.
Those things which you yourself.
Okay, all right, now let's get more clarity on that. Give me Romans 2 and 20. Let's get the knowledge real quick. Let's understand what is the knowledge of God first. And now we're going to get the what is. What you say now? What's knowledge of God? Of our God. You say He's the God of Israel, right? You Israel, right? Okay. Yes, sir. Come on now. You better share my Father with me. You better share my Father with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is the law. Read it.
The book of Romans, chapter 2, verse 20. An instructor of the foolish, a teacher of babes, which have the form of knowledge and of the truth in the law.
Said the form of knowledge and truth in the laws.
Right.
That's the knowledge of God. But go back, 1 Corinthians 10 and 5. It said everything that exalted itself against the knowledge of God. What everything that exalted itself against the laws of God. Every high thing. What's a high thing? That's set up.
Politics.
Okay.
Religion.
That's right.
Economics.
Government.
Police.
Government, yeah, law enforcement. Every high thing that's set up against the knowledge of God, against the laws of God. That's why we are out here to go against it and cast down their imagination. Right? Because God says that a man should lay down with another man and he lay down with a woman. That is law. Right? But what does the high thing that is set up against that knowledge of God, what they say? That a man and another man can get married. A woman and another woman can get married. They are contrary against the knowledge of God. Read it. Come on.
Casting down imagination and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity the thought to the obedience of Christ.
We bring it into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ, right? Because our thoughts, give me Mark 7:21. Our thoughts, the way we think, is not of God. That's why we got to constantly subdue our own understanding.
That's right.
By studying what we need to apply, by meditating in these scriptures, by feeding our spirit.
That's right.
That's how we feed our spirit. That's how we get closer to God. Read it.
The book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 21. From within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts.
These are the evil thoughts that proceed out of the hearts of men. Keep reading.
Adultery.
He say adultery. The number one thing he says is adultery. Number one thing he says is adultery. Adultery. sleeping outside of your marriage, right? Sexual fornication, people that's laying down woman to woman and man, right? Homosexuality, bestiality, people having sex with animals, anything that's dealing with immoral sexuality is adultery, right? Keep reading.
Fornication, murder,
What?
murder,
What?
murder.
Murder. You see they running rapidly in our neighborhoods, ain't they? Because it starts with your mind, right? Because the number one thing that triggers off in your mind is hatred, grudge. Then when it builds up, then it goes into your words. And then after it comes to your words, it comes and manifests in your actions. Right? Keep reading.
Death, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, and an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these evil things come from within and defile the man.
These are the things that have been defiling our people for generations. Ever since we've been destroyed from our true heritage. Ever since we came off them cargo slave ships. This is how our people has been falling. But we got to come back to subduing our own understanding. Give me 2 Ezra 14. Get out. 2 Ezra 14, go read 14. Then we go jump to verse 34. Did you have a question, Chief? What you finna ask? You finna say something.
I'm gonna ask you, I do understand that all the children of Israel are given the prophecy, but not all are necessarily called to forth the prophecy. Right? Are all children of Israel called forth to prophesy?
All children of Israel, the chosen elect, because 2/3, they gotta go.
That's right.
Only 1/3 of our people is going to be saved.
That's right.
Plus the 144,000.
Bring it out.
Right?
But I'm saying, are they called forth to prophesy?
Yes, this is what we're doing now. We prophesying now.
I know that. I'm saying, I know that you're prophesying. I'm saying, of all of the people on the earth that are born of the seed of Jacob, are they called forth to prophesy in these days to save these people? And if
Not all the seed. Like I said, we're going to get to that because 2/3 of our people is not going to get it. They're going to hold on to the world and they're going to burn with it.
That's right.
It is what it is.
Right.
Read it.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 14 and verse 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man.
Cast away what?
The burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature.
There we go. He said put out what?
Now the weak nature.
Put off that weak nature.
That's
You gotta put off that weak nature.
That's right.
We gotta put off that thing. We go into your carnal thoughts. Right? We reacting off emotions. Right? And how we feel. Right? That ain't what it is. We gotta put off that mindset. We gotta start living at what thus said the Lord. Read verse 34.
Verse 34. Therefore, if so be that you will subdue your own understanding.
You gotta subdue your own understanding.
That's right.
You gotta meditate your mind in these laws of God. Right? You gotta meditate your mind in this Bible, in this prophecy. Keep reading.
And reform your hearts. Ye shall be kept alive. And after death ye shall.
And what?
And after death.
Even if you die keeping the laws of God, you die, right? Check these out. Keep reading.
And after death ye shall obtain mercy.
Because you're going to be resurrected.
Right.
And you're going to keep eternal life
That's
in
right.
the kingdom of heaven. That's what we strive for, right? Right?
strive for the kingdom?
We strive for the kingdom. So if I ask you the kingdom of heaven, right? You Revelation 21:12. If I ask you the kingdom of heaven, what does the word kingdom mean?
Sovereign dominion.
What does it mean?
Sovereign dominion.
Sovereign dominion. All praise to the Most High. All praise. Yes, as into rulership, right? Exactly. So, let's read that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon.
said have 12 angels at these gates, and these are the names that's going to be at their gate.
Right.
Right? Read.
Which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
It's the only people that's getting into the kingdom of heaven. That's who the kingdom of heaven is for. You know, Acts 1 and 6.
Right.
That's who the kingdom of heaven is for. It's only for your people.
Right.
It ain't for these other nations.
That's right.
They are not involved in that. Because their purpose, they got a purpose now. We gonna go over there too. They have a purpose. They're made for a reason. We gonna go over there too. Read that.
The book of Acts, chapter 1 and verse 6. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?
The kingdom to
Israel.
restore the kingdom to Israel. Let's believe when Christ came that first time, he came to die for the nation of Israel. The second time he coming to restore the kingdom to the nation of Israel.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.